would have heard me talk last November, heard, part one of the story from Gutenberg to AI, artificial intelligence. Today is a little bit of an extended toolkit, and talking around today, what I want to try and do is create some kind of balance between talking about technology, talking about leadership, and one that Mike teed me up for earlier on, which was talking about a space that we haven't really spoken about, which is content. We've heard about digital print and its technologies, but hopefully I can give you a feeling for how to deliver, or how we see content delivery and management for the future. So when it comes to AI and Matthews, so yeah, ultimately we can see that AI has got a space within a digital transformative environment. Just to give you an idea, we've got some drivers, some information about some technology we've been developing called similarity search and commonality search, and I'll give you a feeling for who our audience is. So although I'm here from the Saueressig group, our parentage comes from Matthews International, an American-based business, global, $1.5 billion revenue. And within Matthews, we have three core pillars. Brand solutions, where Saueressig and the SGK group sits. Matthews memorialization, so when we're all ready to go into the ground or be cremated, we're all going to be good because we've got solutions for that. And we also have an industrial technology team as well. But if we think about Saueressig, when people talk about Saueressig, they think about ourselves, they think about analog print technology primarily, and content surrounding analog print. So whether that's gravure or flexo, sometimes offset. We're known very much in the pre-press area, the brand solutions and supporting clients, brand owners, printers, creative agencies from design through to print. The really exciting and interesting opportunity we have at this particular moment in time is that we are on a transformative journey. And this is where the Gutenberg to AI thing comes in, from the analog to the digital world. And also, this is where our leadership challenges come into play. So we've been in the business, within the next couple of years, we're going to be 70 years old. For the majority of that time, I'll say 90% of that time, our core focus has been around analog print, okay? And delivering solutions for analog print. The future, the vision for our business and leadership has given us the opportunity to move and expand into these new areas. And a lot of that is relative to digital. Now, whether that's digital print, whether that's digital content management, these are parts of the journey that we are developing and taking today. So why are we doing that? Well, fundamentally, as I just said in the last panel, we can see that market forces have really changed the way that as consumers, we are seeing ourselves in the future. Yeah? Our focus now is not to go to the store and look how fantastic that packaging is. Now, for me, that's a really bad thing, because my life's all been about packaging. For the last 25 years, I've been talking packaging, all right? And how fantastic it looks. Now I'm expecting to place an order at 10 o'clock at night, expect it on my doorstep at 10 o'clock in the morning. I actually don't care whether it's in a brown box or what that unboxing experience may look like. I just want the product. So some of the key metrics, or the identifiers or the market forces that we see, we're seeing the impact of globalization, okay? We're seeing the impact, and we've spoken about that all today, is about the environment and sustainability. Demographic shift has got a massive impact on the way we consume. And also technology development and availability is also shaping that capability to consume whatever content it is. This could be physical, it could be virtual, yeah? It could be digital. But ultimately, as consumers, we have an opportunity to consume data and content differently. As a business, we see the AI as an opportunity to help us get from today's world to the future. And we've all spoken about today the capability to have people with experience. I was going to stand there and ask of the audience, how many of you are under 40 today? If you want to raise your hand, please do. I can see 1, 2, 3, 3.5 maybe. Okay, so that's a very small proportion. So that must mean we've got a hell of a lot of experience in the room, right? What happens when we do not engage with the younger generation to come in and take our place, to learn, to get excited in this environment? Yeah. So what we've made a decision that actually data is going to be at the heart of our transformation journey. Okay, and we know that metadata, alphanumeric content, alphanumeric data, has been used for so many different years, but for primarily one focus. That's to tell us how good we are. Our KPIs are all about metadata. In a production environment, metadata is basically how we understand whether we're winning or losing. Well, we've taken an approach now that we want to take hidden data, and that hidden data comes from image-related data, because actually, up until this point, for computer content and data management, it's very difficult to get data back from imagery. But some of the technology that we've brought into the market and that we are in the process of commercializing, albeit that we've used it internally within our business, is the fact that we can take content from image data to help us make choices and help our colleagues and our client base to make informed decisions based on images. Now, this takes away some of the need or some of the requirement for the experience that we know that we're losing within our environment. Yeah? I'm not quite close enough to retirement yet, but I do know that I'd love to be able to. But I'm not seeing those new guys getting excited about our industry to move us forward. Yeah? There's so much opportunity, so much technology that we have to praise and that we want to grow, but we still need people to drive it and support it. So we've taken a range of different technologies that we've been building internally, using, proving, alpha, beta testing internally before we bring them to market. We've taken project management, content management away from the traditional asset management type solutions. So we build holistic solutions that allow us to communicate not only with point-to-point requirement for content commercialization or communication. We're building an environment where we have built an environment which allows us to communicate with brand owners, tooling suppliers, graphic agencies, printers, the whole supply chain. We've got data-driven artwork and content and pre-press solutions. We have digital color communication tools. We have quality inspection. All of these digital solutions that can help us move forward. Why is this so important? And Mike picked up on this earlier on. We can have the best print quality, whether it's analog, digital, we can print as fast as we want. But if we cannot deliver data in a consistent and quality-driven manner, then the print means nothing. That's probably unfair. But I don't think I'm far off. Okay. So, just to give you an idea of what I mean by using image data within this context. So here we see a piece of artwork that's been created. We now need to print it, and actually somebody's got to make some decisions on the specification for the print. Yeah? Normally, this relies on somebody with some experience coming from the graphics part of the business who then moves into CSR. And they think, well, yeah, do you know what? I think I can remember doing that one before. Color management, yeah, I think we can use this. Oh, and actually, wait a minute, let me go and talk to this guy because he can remember the last time we reinvented that packaging portfolio. What we want to get to is that we want to be able to use AI and data delivery to actually make those choices for us in an informed environment because of the AI technology, because of machine learning technology, and because of computer vision technology. So what we've done, and again, we've proven this internally, and my colleague there has been instrumental in this, is that we can search complete product portfolios within asset management solutions, not just one-to-one or one-to-two designs. We can interrogate complete environments of data, artwork data, pre-press data, and we can get delivery back to show us what designs have already been printed, for which printers, using which ink technology, for which substrates, which print layout even. Yeah? But this means that our technology is making the decision for us. It means that specification choices that may have been taking, I don't know, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes to find those real commonality points or similarity points is now taking us 5 to 10 seconds. It's a game changer. So this is what we call similarity search. So this is on a, this is on a composite image level. We've then gone down to the next granular level, which allows us to strip out the print separations from any new given artwork, and again, interrogate our whole asset library to get down onto a separation-based level to make sure that any high-value common print tooling required is identified. So we're not making print tools, and we're being more efficient and more sustainable for our client base to ensure that we're not making print tools that they don't need, because they've already got them somewhere in the middle of their 10,000 cylinder or 10,000 plate archive. All right, for me, that may be on a short-sighted note. It could be that I am losing business because I'm not making so many print tools. But actually, from a longevity perspective, the client gets a more consistent solution. The printer has less inventory, and they optimize their print tool inventory. And especially when you're talking flexo plates, cut and increasing dies, embossing dies, embellishment tools, whatever they may be, this turns into an opportunity to lower the total cost of ownership for any of our client base. What does this mean? Fundamentally, we come back with some nice buzzwords. Agile, we can get things into the market quicker. These are sustainable, so we're not using resources we don't need to deliver this kind of stuff. The brand portfolio is more consistent, and it can be optimized. And ultimately, I don't want to use the comment that things can get cheaper, because we've already identified that the race to the bottom from a commercial perspective is not a good thing. We know that. We've been the wrong side of it. However, total cost of ownership for a brand owner, a converter, is dramatically reduced. So in summary, we know that the global markets are having a massive impact on the way as consumers and as a supply chain we need to act. Consumer demands completely different, and especially, as I said just now, from, let's say, before COVID to now, there is a massive shift in the focus that people place on the way that they consume. Advances in AI technology allows us to offer scalable solutions. And actually, we believe, as somebody from Fujifilm said earlier on, the opportunity to collaborate, this is not something that comes alone. This is not something that one business is going to implement on their own. This is an opportunity for the complete supply chain, from brand owner through to distribution. It's to collaborate, create a compatible and compelling reason to change and act differently. Thank you.